Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. What it do? What the business is? Welcome to another episode of the MDX Podcast. I am your co-host, Mr. Maurice Prophet,
and I'm Danny Dang.
and we are back. We gave you guys a nice little break. You know, we took a little like a 1 week off and everything. Was just telling Danny that you guys were surprised to have like a back-to-back episode. So, you know, we hope you guys enjoyed that. You know. And speaking of break, happy Memorial Day, brother.
Yeah, Memorial Day.
Well, yeah, Memorial Day was a few days ago, so
a couple days ago.
I'm a little late, but you know,
it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. How was your Memorial Day holiday weekend? Did you get any hoeing in?
No. I don't know how to answer that question.
At least what you can speak of, right? No.
I tried not to do anything because I've been busy, as we all know, since like April.
Yeah.
And then I end up going to the Mariners game on Saturday.
Oh, you was on some back-to-back kind of shit with the games and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to the Mariners game on Saturday, Mariners game on Sunday.
Right.
And then I got invited to the Mariners game on Monday, but I was at X-Men, so I didn't go.
Oh, how was that?
Dude, it was alright.
Yeah. That's what I keep seeing. I keep seeing people saying like it's just okay, and I saw some people on the TV group like they like loved it. I was like,
yeah.
Like that literally was the first positive responses I've seen of the movie.
Yeah,
like no lie.
It was definitely nothing to write home about.
Right.
You know, it was way too long. It was like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It was, like I said, it was alright.
Right. Yeah, I'm big on the X-Men movies. I like them. I love them a lot, and I was really looking forward to this one. Sadly, unfortunately, and I don't normally allow this to happen because I'm like, you know, fuck what you guys gotta say. It's all about what I gotta say, you know, when I'm talking to myself about a film. Yeah. But but the reviews I was reading and the reactions, I was like, maybe not yet. So, you know, I kind of cooled on that a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, it was Memorial Day weekend, and I always feel Memorial, and I know we kind of talked about this before, but I want to talk about with the public here. But I always felt like Memorial Day weekend is like the number one be a hoe holiday weekend. And no disrespect, yeah, no disrespect to the fallen soldiers. You know, we salute you all. We love y'all. We thank you all for your service and for taking the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms and everything. But aside from the obvious, as far as like what we celebrate Memorial Day weekend for, it really is this is the time to be a hoe. Because
more than Halloween.
Yeah. Because this is more of the action. This is more of the action of being a hoe. Halloween is more of like the is more of the illusion of what you can get. Let me fuck your eyeballs out real quick. You know what I'm saying? You know, let me give you something to give you something to, like, to look at. But Memorial Day is really what you follow through with. You know, because think about it, because Memorial Day is always like, this is like the preview of what the summer's gonna be like, and plus this is when people come out from our hibernation. They've been in at least in Chicago. Well, no, Seattle's cold too. You know, people been inside all, you know, for the past, 4 or 5 months. It's been cold as hell and everything. The sun hasn't really been out, but like this is the first actual like government holiday weekend where, you know, everybody and mama got a 3-day weekend. So because of this, and because it's always gonna be nice weather because it's the end of May, you know, this is the preview of the summer. This is how to let you know summer's about to be lit. So people, you know, will get like the fly out offers, like, hey girl, I'll fly you down to Miami. You know, the Memorial Day weekend is the weekend where they accept the fly out offers. You know, they fly out with their homegirls, they get up with some dudes with some money or whatever, they bust down, do their thing. Opposite way works as well too. The guys they throw they beach house parties and everything up in Michigan or wherever the fuck else by the water. They do the damn thing. They lay it down, and that's how you know this is about to be a lit summer, right? Now, 4th of July weekend. That weekend is more so like when you're already kind of like in a situation already. Like we already in some like lituation kind of shit. Mm-hmm. And yes, I did say lituation. When you're already in some type of lituation where you've been kind of seeing Shorty. You're not an official couple, but you've been seeing Shorty. You've been eyeballing her. This is the one that you're gonna kind of like, what I'm saying, who's gonna snuggle up on you during the fireworks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, y'all do your thing or whatever like that. Y'all get your drinks on, and then y'all go handle that. Now, Labor Day weekend. This is your get your hoe back weekend / local hoeing. So Labor Day weekend is when you get this shit out of your system. This is the damn. I know I've been eyeballing no girl all summer. Haven't really gotten up with her. Let me see what's up with her. Right. This is when you really do Netflix and chill. I bet you if we did this, if there was actual statistics on Netflix and chill, Labor Day weekend would be the biggest. Would have like the highest margins. Because ain't nobody really doing shit. Like, ain't nobody nothing really popping off Labor Day, the day of Labor Day. So, Sunday night before Labor Day, though, motherfuckers are kind of on chill mode. That's when you call the girl who's been last in line on your list to see what's good, Netflix and chill, whatever like that. Do the damn thing. And Labor Day, you're kind of like you're sleeping all day, or people getting ready for work or getting ready for school and shit. And then after that, you gotta get ready for cuffing season, because cuffing season is gonna come up, and you gotta get you a boo and be booed up for the rest of winter. So, that's why I open up and say, like, because you're the single one out of the two of us. I can't pull no more hoe cards, but
Right.
that's why I was like, did you get your hoe on? Because that's what Memorial Day weekend is traditionally all about, apparently.
Yeah, I guess. I've never thought of any of those holidays in any way that you just described them.
Oh yeah. Wait, when you just kind of like when you look at like kind of like what folks are doing, you're like, yeah, I know what you want, Playboy. I see what you want. I see what you be about. You know what I mean?
Right. I guess I never had anyone put it into words before.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Mr. Dang, I'm telling you. Get you a pen and paper around me. Take some notes. You might learn something, brother.
I ain't gonna learn nothing from you.
I was messing with you. So yeah, man. So like that happened, and you know what? Hey, also, I gotta talk, man. We gotta talk about this, dude.
What?
We haven't really talked about wrestling in a while.
We haven't talked about wrestling in a long time.
And so much shit has been happening too, man.
I know.
First off, dude, SmackDown's about to be live.
Right.
That's
July something or other.
Yeah, and it's gonna be its own brand too.
Yeah.
Which I am really, really, really stoked about.
Okay.
Do you think that they're gonna what's your whole thing on it?
So I wasn't really watching during the first brand split.
Oh yeah, you were on hiatus. Yeah, I forgot about that.
So I just remember like hearing glimpses of it and just being like, that's so stupid that they do this. And then they had like bragging rights and like two different, and they had the draft and all that stuff. And I was like, that's kind of stupid because they're like competing with each other. But like that was like back in the day when like SmackDown was like filthy, almost better than Raw.
At one point it was better than Raw, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
so I guess I'm excited because the roster is like decent now.
Yeah.
We got Cena back. Seth Rollins is back.
Mm-hmm.
It's the return of Randy Orton is coming soon. I'm assuming
Cesaro came back.
Cesaro came back. So I mean, we got like some of the big players back, but then we've got all these guys that have been making names for themselves while these big names were gone.
Yeah.
KO stepped up.
Tremendously. Yeah.
Baron Corbin, people love him.
Hell yeah, man! I'm telling you, man, he is the future.
Like, they love him right now, which is crazy, because, I mean, he was big in NXT, but he's, like, people are, like, really gravitating towards him, which is crazy, because, like, Apollo Crews comes over and he's like, meh.
I know, man.
I feel like even Sami Zayn's getting that right now.
I kind of feel like Sami Zayn's, his flame is, like, kind of, like, I don't want to say dying out, but it's getting a lot more tamer than it was, like, months ago,
But he's getting overshadowed by how good KO is.
Yeah.
Which is the unfortunate thing. And then, like, Vaudevillains came up, and it was just like, like, no one even cares about them.
And you know what they are? You could tell that they really are trying with them. Like
Oh,
they
dude.
want them to be over, and and as I do too as well, because it does nothing but good things for the tag division, but
Right.
it's not for some reason it's not clicking. It clicked in NXT because it was pretty damn original, and
Right.
you had a direct connection with it, but on the larger stage, it does not click.
Nope. Nope.
I don't know,
And then
man. It's weird.
and then Enzo Cass, they're good. They'll be fine.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be fine. Yeah,
They'll be 100% fine.
yeah, absolutely.
Did you see the leaked list of the brand split?
No, there's a leak list. Nah.
There's a leaked list. I didn't really look at it, but I was like looking at people like looking at it,
Yeah.
and it looks like it could be 100% fake because of these names, but like it was talking about how like Nakamura's probably gonna get called up shortly.
Yeah.
Ciampa's gonna get called up shortly.
Uh-huh.
And like a few other people, and I was like, that's kind of Nakamura's one of those. He's ready. He's been ready. He probably should have never went to NXT type of thing.
Right.
He should have just taken the AJ Styles route, just showed up, did his thing, and just rolled with it.
Hell yeah.
But all the other guys, and so it'll be interesting to see who they put where.
Yeah, cause I'm kind of hoping, or well, I'm not really hoping, but I'm kind of thinking like, cause you see Cena coming back, Big Show came back on Monday, where and he's been kind of like off TV for a while.
Cared about.
What's that?
Nobody cared about that.
Right. But I'm getting to a point though. Orton and everything, and I'm just like, this kind of feels very similar to, in a good way, WCW in 2000. When they were doing the Millionaires Club versus the New Blood, and not saying that WWE is gonna do that, because we saw it happen last time WWE tried to do some shit like that, it failed. But like, I think that they have like enough room to like kind of split the rosters where the older, kind of like the more established wrestlers are on one brand, and like the younger talent is on the other brand. Because I read in one of the articles when they announced this that both the shows are going to have their own identities. So and I'm like, that kind of goes beyond just a regular brand split. Like that really is like shaping it up to be like this show is going to carry to this kind of audience, and this show is going to carry to that kind of audience. And I think that like with the pool that they have right now, because you're right, like everyone is coming back from injury. People are, researching up and everything. People are moving up the ladder and such. There's enough room to kind of like make something like that happen. So that's why when you said like there's a leak list, I think to myself, oh shit, maybe, well, let's see if your thoughts are right or not. But even if it's not though, I'm saying no big deal, because I mean either way they go with it, it's gonna be very hard to fuck this up. Because there is so much really good talent out there, with the younger guys like the KOs, the Sami Zayns, the Cass and Enzos and everything, even Cruz, like these guys putting them on a roster and having them kind of like take the wheel can't hurt. You know what I'm saying? And then you have Cena, and of course AJ Styles. I'm not sure which one you put him on, but like AJ Styles, like AJ is like really ready to he's damn near ready to be that top guy, dude. And it's crazy how much he has surged. And I think that like he's gonna stay where he is as far as like being like a top guy now. He's gonna be a main eventer because he's opposite of Cena.
Right.
Dude, did you get like dude, I don't know about you. I know you hate Cena. I get that's cool. But I can't fucking front, man. I got fucking chills seeing AJ and Cena in the ring together.
Yeah, that didn't do anything for me.
Oh, but you're not a big TNA guy, though.
I mean, I watched TNA when AJ Styles was there, but, I mean, I was just like,
I think with me, though, it still is kind of, like, surreal that he's in the WWE, because this is, like, something that we've wanted for, like, for over a decade, for well over a decade now. And it's like, this really is happening, that he's in the WWE. And when I saw him in the ring, when he fucking beat Cena down, first of all, glory. That was glorious seeing that.
Yeah, no, that was cool.
Oh my God, that was glorious. And I hope to God they save that for SummerSlam. Please save that for SummerSlam. Do not waste that money in the bank. Don't waste
that money in the bank because I might be going to that.
Oh, you doing that?
It's in Vegas. Why would I not go to it?
Nice. No, fuck that. Wait till SummerSlam. It's in New York.
Forget about you. It's all about me.
He says it's about you. Yeah, but for you not even a Cena fan though.
So? I'm an AJ Styles fan.
Oh shit. But that's what I'm saying though. Like, I mean, either way though. I mean, like whatever they do with it will be big as hell. So
yeah,
that's gonna be. No, I mean that's gonna be pretty fucking massive though, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So I'm happy to see that. I'm happy also. I know this more in the mid card, but I'm happy as hell seeing this whole Rusev and Titus O'Neil feud that's about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm digging that, man. I'm digging that. And I think that, I'm happy seeing that Titus is having like a push towards a title. I'm glad that the suspension did not necessarily hurt him.
Right.
Unless Vince does some hoe ass shit and like, gets him buried at Money in the Bank, and then we then he's subjected to being like on like the very lower card. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people like him though, so I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, man, motherfuckers like him and shit a lot, dude.
Yeah, they like him a lot.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, no, they're going into a good direction right now. I'm just very anxious to see what this brand is going to be like. I want to ask you a question though.
Okay.
You're familiar with the old school wrestling, right? I'm talking about like Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yeah, I met him before.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
All right. You're familiar with that era.
Yeah, something like that. I was a little kid. I was watching it. Sure.
Yeah, sure. It was on TV a couple times. I mean, no big deal, right? What I want to know, right? I want to get your take on this. I've been thinking about this question. This question's actually been in my head for the last like 2.5 weeks. But okay. I was like, I want to ask him on the podcast about this.
Okay.
If you were one of them, like let's just take Greg the Hammer Valentine for instance, right? Okay. He's a bona fide legend. He was in all the feds, held bunch of titles, big time matches. Motherfucker is skilled to the bone, right?
Yep.
He still is very conscious of the product, right? Of like what's going on and such. If you were him, right, would it like, I don't want to say piss, but would it annoy you or would it bother you? Would it kind of like eat at you a little bit, seeing how, not only how lucrative the WWE is right now, but just how like there's now are many different outlets how to be able to get to make good money with the WWE that's not just wrestling every night. Like they have Total Divas, they have the WWE Network with all these different exclusives, they have WWE Films, they have the video games, they have like special appearances that go on, all like the events and everything like that, like all like the conventions and shit like that and everything. Various types of like, I guess like events where they can show up for like charity sponsorships and things of that nature, because I mean they get paid for that,
right.
Doing things on like Jimmy Kimmel or doing things on fucking the partnership they have with SportsCenter now with ESPN. So we're talking about Disney now, we're talking about Disney money, making the Scooby-Doo movies, the Fruity Pebbles boxes. Like, do you think like when guys like fucking who did I just say? Greg Valentine sees this kind of stuff. They're like, where the God damn, where was this shit when I was coming up? Where was this shit at when I was in my prime? The only way I could actually make a paycheck and actually eat was busting my ass 300 nights a year in the ring. Like, that was it. I couldn't be in Scooby Doo. I couldn't, I couldn't be on ESPN Sports Center. The Wendy Richter and them did not have a Total Divas to make money from the E Network. We're talking about a whole insane level of a paycheck right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Wendy Richter didn't have that. Rocket Robin ain't have that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, do you think that they look at, like, how the many lucrative opportunities that there are within the WWE universe, quote unquote, within the WWE universe, that they're kind of like, some bullshit?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because the business was different back then.
Right.
It didn't appeal that way. And it wasn't a publicly traded company at that time. So they didn't really have to do any of that kind of stuff.
Right.
They didn't have stockholders and shareholders to appeal to and, try to get money from this person, that person. So, and back then, I think it was purely like the people, like they would make their money on the shows, obviously, because there was no other outlet, but they knew that that's where the money was coming from. You had like the big names, Hogan, Warrior, Slaughter, Macho Man. Right. Those guys would sell like the products, the toys, the wrestling buddies and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it was one of those things where you just kind of knew like that was your place, I think.
Right. But okay, but like I guess because like I'm not dismissing your point at all. But I guess because like a guy like, and I keep going back to Greg Valentine because I saw him recently, and not saying that he looked bad, but I can just look at him. I'm like, I can tell he hurts. Like his body is hurting. Like I'm pretty sure when he wakes up every morning, it is a pain in the ass just to get out of bed.
Right.
And it is because, like you said, wrestling was, that was like the bread and butter for them. And you have a good point, because this was all that there was, they poured so much more into that quality of the product. So this way they can remain on TV, they can remain on the road, and they can remain getting a paycheck, every week from Vince. Whereas right now, there's so many different avenues. I mean, Corey Graves, I think, is a perfect example. Like he started off wrestling, in NXT. He got injured, right?
Mm-hmm.
He
was forced to retire.
Yeah. To say the injury, he's retired, but he's still making a good living through the commentary that he does. He does a great job. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I enjoy his work. I really do enjoy it. His commentary, and he's got that show. Where he like the counterculture show or whatever it's called, Culture Shock.
Culture Shock.
Yeah, he got Culture Shock and everything. So that's what I'm saying. Like, he's making good money. I'm pretty sure he's probably managing it pretty well. And if like let's say like if in 10 years he decides to move on from WWE, he'll have other avenues of income. Like he can probably transfer that experience over into another network, so to speak, and he'll continue to make money. He'll continue to live really well. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like those types of options were nowhere, not even a thought at all. Like even if somebody like let's say like back in the 80s or even like the early 90s, someone who's doing wrestling commentating, was like if this doesn't work out, maybe I can transfer my skills over to Nightline or ABC News or 60 Minutes, something like that. If fucking goddamn it, Gordon Solie, and I love Gordon Solie. I love Gordon Solie to death. The Lord, I love Gordon Solie. He's one of my favorite all-time commentators. But if Gordon Solie left the NWA and WCW and he tried to go to Nightline, they'll look at his resume like, you worked where? World Championship Wrestling, National Wrestling Alliance, motherfucker AWA. Nigga, get the fuck out of my office. And yes, people, they will use the N-word. Gordon Soley.
I totally understand where you're getting at.
You know what I'm saying?
But like I said, it was a different time then. Wrestling was seen differently then.
Right.
You know, like and you look at it now, but people like ESPN has been on Renee Young forever, and they want her so bad.
Perfect example. Yep.
You know what I mean? But she's good at what she does, and they see that. And they took Coach, you know, and they took a bunch of people to go over from WWE to become sportscasters. But that's exactly what they do. I think what they did, what WWE did, was they were able to transform with the times of now.
Right.
Which back then it was, these guys are just a bunch of meatheads who are pretending to fight each other and use steroids. Like, it's just gimmick stuff. Like, this is just purely entertainment. This is all they do. Wrestling came from circus and carnivals and stuff like that. You look at, let's say you go to a carnival and you're like, well, look at this tilt-a-whirl operator. This is probably all he knows how to do.
Wow, yeah.
You know, and so you look at that kind of stuff and the way wrestling was back then, and that's what you saw. Like, if you saw Bruno Sammartino walking down the street in the 80s, you're not like, oh, this guy would probably make a good banker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I was picturing his swole ass. He big as hell and sitting behind that desk talking about, we can get you a good mortgage rate. With that accent.
But I think back in the day, like, guys just didn't think about that. Like, you got, like, Hogan, who did movies. Piper did a couple movies.
Right.
You know, so you had that. Jesse Ventura did movies. He went on to become politician. So I think you had a little bit of it, but I think those guys just didn't think about it back then.
Yeah.
It just wasn't something that was like, oh, well, I'm going to go do this. It was, like you said, I'm going to pour my heart and soul into this because this is what I'm doing.
Right.
You know, so I'm going to do this the best because back then they didn't have days off. There wasn't, I'm going to go on vacation for a week.
Right.
Because if you went on vacation for a week, you weren't getting paid.
Yeah.
You know, and so now it's like you have all this time off. You can sit there and you'd be like, man, what else can I do to supplement? Because the way that it works now is you're not going to do this forever.
Right.
You know, like Daniel Bryan's only 30-something and he was forced to quit what he knew, the only thing he knew.
That's insane to me, man. And I'm not trying to veer off real quick, but that right there is so like I feel terrible for him because that's all he knew. This is all he's ever done, and for it to be yanked away from him so early, it's like he goes home and he's like, what the fuck do I do now?
Right. It's just, what do you do? Yeah. You know, it's easier, I think, for like his wife, Brie, who she can do something else. She's got Total Divas. They're talking about doing like a Total Bellas with her family. Like right. So she's got that. She could be a model if she wanted. Yeah. What's Daniel Bryan gonna do? Like, I know they were talking about coming up with like sustain your living store or this and that. Like, that's not gonna last very long. No. You know, he has nothing. He has the money that he made. Yeah. But that's not gonna last you forever.
Right. I mean, how exactly? Because it's like, how do you swap and how do you replace what that ultimate high, that ultimate rush that you were receiving when you were coming out through the curtain and going down the aisle and hitting that ring? Like, how do you replace that rush, that intense high that you receive from that? And you know, like, no disrespect to anybody who works in that industry, but working in the goddamn wilderness store selling Birkenstocks is not going to fulfill that void.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like, you know, like, you have to wonder, like, what really has to go through his mind. I hope and pray. Like, like, the night when you were there, when you saw his retirement speech, I hope and pray, man, that he has a Shawn Michaels treatment, something of that nature. He's gone for, how many years? Shawn was gone for, grip, like 4 or 5 years or something like that. you're gone for X amount of years, and you come back, and you can do another run of a career. Because he is young enough where he can do it. You know, I mean, it won't be easy, but it can happen. It's not impossible.
Right, or give him something, I guess. Like Edge had to quit early, but then he went off and he did movies. He's got that show on the network with Christian.
Right.
So like he's doing something, you know.
Yeah.
With Daniel Bryan, I just don't know. But again, it's hard because that's all we're gonna put in your resume. I've been a professional wrestler for 15 years.
Yeah, I was a world champion.
Everyone's gonna be like, "Cool. How is that gonna help you in anything?"
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Where's
your experience with accounting?
Or you could be a Tony Schiavone and just go work for Starbucks.
Hey, is that motherfucker? Is he really working for Starbucks?
Yeah, that's what he wants to do.
Wow, that's deep.
So you got that too, where you were an announcer for one of the biggest wrestling companies in the world, and now he's going to become like a barista.
Wow. See, I saw a headline about that, but I just kind of skipped over. I was like, but that's for real.
Yeah. He said that's what he wants to do. He wants to make coffee.
Wow. Hey, more power to him for happiness, man. It's just so like you said, it's bizarre. You're like, you were the top commentator in the world at one point. Now you're
right.
Now you're
gonna make my hazelnut hot chocolate for me. It better be good too. It better be good too. I'll be pissed.
It's not what I wanted, Tony. God damn it. Suck.
What do you think JR's better?
Where's Vince Russo? Give him the fuck. But yeah, man. But no, that's I don't know, man. Like I guess like I'm happy. Like I'm happy where wrestling is right now, and I think like it's great because like you're seeing like so many people getting like the opportunities that they can get, and being able to exploit it. And now with the way how digital media is, like you see people like the New Day who utilize the YouTube and they use Twitter and everything accurately and shit like that, like to get people more engaged and shit. I think it's really cool. It's just like I just really wonder like if these old timers be looking at this shit like, man, like if only we had these type of outlets, when we were coming up, will we be in a much better situation, financially and even physically, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or even mentally and everything, you know what I'm saying? So that would be kind of I'm just thinking about it right now, it's kind of random. That would be kind of wild. They had WWF Divas, like Total Divas back in the 80s and shit. You have like fucking Sherry Martel and Miss Elizabeth and like the jumping bomb angels and shit. And
yeah, that would be interesting.
he like who?
No, that would be
I forgot you were born like 10 years ago. Young ass.
But the thing is, though, is like those kinds of shows they weren't cracking back then.
Oh no, there were no reality shows.
Yeah, so it was like I don't know. It's but the thing is, though, if any of the guys or girls are smart, they'll freaking they would go into it and be like, let me get in on this. Or
like some of the old school chicks?
Yeah, or anybody. They have all these outlets and stuff. Why not try to put your hand in it?
Speaking of which, and I think you're onto something too. Did you hear that what's her name? Genji, the chick who made Orange is the New Black and Weeds.
Oh, I was doing the glow thing?
Man, I am ready for that.
Yeah, I saw that.
And dog, you damn right. If you're fucking Alundra Blaze, aka Medusa, or if you're even Missy Hyatt, or if you're like one of these old school chicks who are around back in the day and who can remember some shit and who had their hand in this stuff, man, they better link up with her and be like, let me help you out with this. Or even some of them old school glow chicks. Seriously, they better be like, let me help you out with this. For real. And make this shit right. Because that shit is done right, that show could be a fucking gold mine, bro.
I think Kenji would be good with it because Weeds, Orange is the New Black, hits, man, bangers.
Yeah. Those are pure gold. Like I absolutely love those shows. You know.
Oh yeah, so do I. So
and
it'd be interesting to see because it's good. They can do whatever they want.
Right. Hell yeah.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be done up for ETV, and have, WWE stamp on there. It can just be raw, like what we know it to be.
Yeah.
Because when you hear people talk about it, when you hear like Ivory talk about when she was back in the day doing that stuff, coming up, and and doing all that stuff, and just listening to all those stories, you're just like, man, like they were just as ruthless as the dudes were.
Right. They were wilding.
They were
wilding, man. We can see chicks doing coke and shit like that, man. They're wild as hell.
I know. It's like Memorial Day all over again.
That's your whole past weekend. Use it.
Before you get locked down on the 4th of July.
Right, exactly. Before you get coupled up. You know what I'm saying? Get that hoeing out your system. But yeah, man. So we'll see how that goes and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking forward to that show, and I get what you're saying though and everything. So we'll see how that goes.
I hear you.
Yeah. So it looks like first off, like rest in peace to our hearts and prayers are out to the people, the victims of the UCLA attacks. That was crazy as hell yesterday, dude.
Yeah.
Do you have any friends or anything like that at UCLA?
I don't have any friends at UCLA. I have friends that are like Cal, but no one in UCLA.
Okay, all right. Because I didn't know if if you knew like what was going on over there like, directly and shit. I was reading off on Twitter like what was happening, and that shit looked intense as hell, man. For real, these folks need to chill, man. Seriously.
Yeah, they do. People need to slow down. Like it's just not. It's not worth it. Like, whatever it is, I mean, we're probably not trying to get too deep into this, but it's like, is it really worth it?
Right.
Like, just a couple weeks ago, there was a shooting here outside of a LA 24-hour fitness or something like that over a basketball game.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I'm like,
I saw something about that.
I was like, over a pickup game of basketball at LA Fitness. And you're going to go shoot somebody about it. Because ball is life. Like, are you for real? Are you for real right now?
Man.
OKC lost Game 7 to go to the finals. They didn't go shoot nobody up.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
over a pickup game at LA Fitness where some dude probably accidentally fouled you, or maybe he was sipping his Gatorade looking at you the wrong way. You're really going to pull a gun out on somebody?
You know what I'm saying?
Like, come on, people.
Man, I'm telling folks is so damn emotional, man, and I think that had a lot to do with it. Like they got sensitive as hell about something, and maybe like dude, he felt disrespected, and he was like, all right, well, fuck you, motherfucker. I got something for that ass. Like, man, cool that shit out, man. That's a good way to fuck it up for everybody, and you're gonna take a life. It's like, why even do that shit? I think the UCLA shit yesterday though. To me, from like what it sounded like some like disgruntled shit, like like on some relationship kind of stuff.
Right. I didn't look too much into it, but just to we gotta fast forward a little bit because I gotta go.
I know.
But I'm gonna go into my SAD award on this.
Yeah.
And basically, so we had the UCLA shooting yesterday, and my SAD award goes to all the people that didn't make a big deal about it, because unfortunately it's one of those things that we see all too often, and we may be getting desensitized to it all. But the fact that a damn gorilla got more press than the UCLA shooting sickens me. And I'm not one to get into that kind of stuff ever, but I can't tell you how long we heard about this stupid gorilla getting killed, and everyone's like, they should kill his parents, and blah, blah, blah. But then some real people lost their lives, and I think I may have saw like 2 or 3 people actually say something about it.
Motherfuckers were quiet.
But But those people were posting like 800 memes of, "Oh, you killed me. I'm a gorilla. I didn't do anything. Why'd you shoot me? Blah blah blah." Like, are you for real?
Right.
Like, a gorilla. Like, oh, the gorilla was protecting the child. Like, it's a wild animal. You don't know what he's gonna do.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, he could be protecting that child, and in the blink of an eye, he could rip that kid's head off. Who knows?
Right.
It's a wild animal. I don't care who it is. I don't care how long he's been in a zoo or captive or whatever you want to say. He's a wild animal. Mm-hmm. Did you see Zootopia?
Not yet. I want to.
I don't want to spoil anything for you, but that movie goes into it. Okay. Where, essentially, without saying anything about the movie, mm-hmm. it's a wild animal. You ever heard that story of like the snake that was taking animals back and forth on like along the river?
Yeah.
Right, and then in the end, he ends up biting one of
the scorpion and the frog. Yeah.
Right, it's a snake, scorpion, all that, right? But eventually, the scorpion, let's say, stings the one, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, "I was a scorpion the whole time. You already knew this."
Exactly. Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. The gorilla is a wild animal. It doesn't matter even if he grew up in captivity. It's a wild animal.
Right.
It has those instincts. It's going to happen regardless. And so you can defend it all you want. You know, he protected the baby. He brought him in, blah, blah, blah. But again, in the blink of an eye, something can happen. But the fact that I saw more people complain about that and get pissed off about that, but I saw maybe 2 or 3 people post about some real life issue, that's a problem to me.
Right.
You know, because, I mean, I understand people, and I feel like a dick saying it, but I'm not like I've never had a pet, so I don't know what it's like, you know, to have an animal. Like, I understand how people can get attached to that kind of stuff, but for me, it's like, I look at those Sarah McLachlan animal videos on TV, you know, like, adopt me, I'm dying. Like, I look at those, I'm like, all right, cool, I get it. People, like, they're animals, they need help too, but like, I look at it and I'm like, but there's like hungry people everywhere else.
Preach.
You know, they don't have like they used to back in the day, had those like adopt a kid, like we'll send you pictures of this child, right. like that kind of stuff, like that. I understand that, but like the whole animal thing, like I get it, and I might get heat for it. I don't even care. But it's like there's like for real people that are dying. Like there's a dude on the corner of your street if you walk outside that needs something, but you're gonna walk right past him and not give him anything. You're not gonna give him $5. You're not gonna give him a bottle of water or a burger from McDonald's, but you're gonna sit there and complain on the internet and get up in arms because they killed some gorilla in a zoo.
Yeah,
that's messed up.
Yeah,
to me.
I feel you on that. And really quick, yeah. You know, people don't value people's lives as far as humans are concerned. People don't value people's lives, and that's the reason. And another thing too, and I'm going to piggyback with your sad award. My sad award goes to all the motherfuckers out there who had some bullshit to say, who had to turn this incident of like this discussion of this incident that happened with the boy and with the gorilla. My whole thing is though that I'm just glad that we're not talking about a child getting mauled to death. That's where my head is. I'm glad we're not talking about a child getting mauled to death. Sadly, is it sad that the gorilla died? Absolutely. It's very terrible that it happened. But I'm glad that we're not talking about a child being mauled to death. But the motherfuckers who turned this in, as soon as the parents were revealed and they were made public as far as who they were, the motherfuckers who now turn this into a racial issue. That's what really fucked me up. I'm like, you really are turning this into a racial issue, and and fuck you to the media who had to actually point out the fact the father of the child has felonies in his record. What the fuck they gotta do with the kid dropping into the goddamn pit? Right. What the hell they gotta do with anything? Huh?
Right.
Oh yeah, it's another opportunity to actually divide everybody. Create these stupid ass opinions, and of course they blossom. So all y'all had something to say about that bullshit, and I had to turn to some she probably. I saw some dumb idiot say, she probably didn't watch her kid because she was on her cell phone checking her welfare benefits. Fuck you. Fuck you all. And this is why I really am at a point where I'm like, I just hate people. I hate them.
Right.
I hate people.
Yeah, I feel you.
And I really am going to start a purge list. Because when Donald Trump becomes president, and I don't want him to, but it looks like they're going to fix it until he becomes president. If he becomes president, and I know he's going to make the purge rule.
He's going to purge your ass first.
I'm going to be hiding, nigga. Fuck. Yeah, I know, right? Or he going to come after Diana and I'm playing. But if Donald Trump wins and he makes a purge happen, I already got my list. I'm playing. I'm on record saying that shit. But anyway, yeah. So big fuck you guys for being very irresponsible with the discussions of Hombre the gorilla. Rest in peace, Hombre. But you know, I'm like I said, I'm just glad we're not talking about a child being mauled to death. That's all I'm saying about that.
Because you know why the story would be completely different if something happened to that. They'd be like, "Oh, they should have killed that gorilla." Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like,
yeah.
I'm done. I'm done.
I'm with you, brother.
I'm just gonna get because I don't really I'm not one to ever bring that kind of stuff up. You know me, man. I don't do that kind of stuff. But it's when I see it over and over again, I'm just like, oh my, and that stupid Chewbacca lady. Oh, don't even get me started on her.
Bro.
Nope. Don't even want to talk about her. Don't even want to talk about her.
We got. Hey, can we table that for next week?
Yes.
I gotta touch on that shit. Okay, we're gonna. Okay. Tune in next week for our commentary about the Chewbacca lady because I have to touch on that. Real talk.
That's the only thing we're gonna talk about next week.
That's gonna be an hour
lady.
Right.
Because
right, that damn laugh. God damn it.
We're just gonna have one really long sad award next week.
Right. It's just, that's the name of next week's episode. Just the sad award goes to the Chewbacca mom. Well, I'm serious, bro. We gotta table that because I need to go into that. We both need to.
Yeah.
But thank you for listening. I know it's a short episode because my boy about to.
I gotta get my run on.
Yeah, my boy about to get his Rocky on right now, and I'm about to be the polar opposite and dig into these wings and watch this basketball game. Game 1 of Cavs and Warriors. Real quick, who you got, G?
Oh, I'm gonna go LeBron in 6.
I got you. I want Warriors, but I think that it's gonna be Cavs in 7. Unfortunately,
Cavs in 7.
Cavs in 7, yeah. And you got Cavs in 6, so we'll see how that plays out. But
I got Cavs, unless if you have the Warriors team that's been playing is gonna be 4 over outro.
Oh shit!
Cavs.
If it's the Warriors in the last 3 games.
Yeah, it's over. 4 and it's done.
We'll see it. Well, I'll accept it. I'll be wrong. I'm cool with that.
4 and it's done. I mean, I as much as I don't want to go against my boy Clay, but
wait. You said if it's the Warriors we've been seeing,
the garbage they've been playing and trying to make it back. Yeah, that ain't happening.
Oh, I thought you talking about the last 3 games, like the way how they've been killing it.
No, they've been playing like garbage and then killing it.
Whoa, right.
But the thing is we got a healthy Kyrie,
Kevin Love
on the Cavs. Kevin Love, Braun's a monster. I don't care what anybody says.
Right.
They're the total package right now.
They got Lil Scrappy out there playing fucking Della Dova, so.
Yep.
Then they're all the supporting guys. The key is the X factor is J.R. Smith. If J.R. Smith is hot, shit, then it's gonna be a long series.
Yep.
That's gonna be a long series, G. If J.R. Smith is hot, so we'll see what happens, man. So game 1 tonight.
Verjao don't care because he's getting a ring.
Oh, that motherfucker! Yeah, he chilling. He's chilling. He getting a ring no matter what, man. He can play like Boo Boo. He can be a Boo Boo trash or play like a fucking all-star. It don't matter, man, for real. Because either way, he's gonna get a ring.
For sure.
So crazy.
This might be the shortest episode we've ever done.
I really think it is. but we got y'all next week, though.
If it felt rushed, it probably was. Yeah. But we want to get an episode in. I got to get my run in. Yeah. So if you don't like it, deal with it. We don't care.
No, we got y'all next week though with a regular time episode.
With that lady, the lady.
Oh man, we're gonna go in. I cannot wait. I kind of want to record that episode like tomorrow and shit. I'm so serious. I cannot wait to talk about that shit, G. All right, but thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for listening. Find us on all the outlets on iTunes, on Podomatic, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're all over the place. Thank you very much for listening. I'm Maurice Prophet.
I'm Danny Dang.
And we out.
Peace.